Oh my god.
She ain't born, she was born, then she born, then she born.
Good evening. Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
Oh, and it's not funny. Like, you feel me? It's not funny. Like, I'm not trying to reduce like what happened to it being like a laughable event, because that's actually very disrespectful. And, obviously the context of why this happened makes it kind of funny, but I'm not saying like this isn't like a big deal, right? And then again, just like the looks on their faces is like, it makes me wonder, like, how would I respond? Like, would I jump into the crowd, be like, who said that shit? Maybe, I don't know. And then his tongue, yo, this shit that is doing with his tongue, bro. I just said it, but yo, what he's doing with his tongue, like, that's really like the face that you make when you really don't know what to do, but you're about to come out of your body. Like, oh my god.
That moment at the BAFTA Awards leaving viewers in shock.
Shock is the least of it. Yo, this is like a Will Smith slaps Chris Rock level moment at for an award show. All right, for a black award show, like, this is like top 3 easily. This is right number 2 only to that, honestly. That and Come to Death Row.
We're here to celebrate the artists who expand what's possible on screen.
Michael B. Jordan and his Sinners co-star Delroy Lindo.
Look, they're classy about it though. Like, like, there's definitely a universe where somebody's like, who said that shit? Who said that shit? And honestly, that would have been a perfectly reasonable response from either of them, bro. That would have been a perfectly reasonable response. But I think the way that they played it was better, especially with like the context of who was yelling the slurs, right? Like, they would have looked bad,
Hit with the N-word from the crowd while presenting the award for Best Visual Effects.
Good evening. Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
Holy moly, bro. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I read on Reddit that this same person that was yelling the slurs was also saying slurs on the red carpet, like, before the event.
John Davidson, the man who yelled the racial slur.
Oh god. Yo, you ever see that episode of South Park where Randy's like, N-word guy, because he says the N-word on TV, and like everyone just knows him for that. Like, he has to just like live that down for the rest of his life. Like, this guy is 100% gonna be one of those people now, right?
Has Tourette's syndrome.
He has Tourette's syndrome. Okay.
Actually interrupted the program a few times. His life with the motor disorder, which can cause explicit, involuntary verbal outbursts, was the inspo behind the nominated film I Swear.
Off, you wanker.
Well, it's nice to meet you too.
Sorry.
I didn't know it was a narrative film. So basically this guy has Tourette's, and it makes him swear and shout shit. There's a South Park episode about it, not to keep bringing it back to South Park. But yeah, like, he's not in control of like his statements and stuff like that. Now, I have seen the discourse amongst black people that, oh, well, why is that word even in your vocabulary? To my understanding, it's certain people with Tourette's, it manifests in you saying like whatever is like the exact opposite of what you want to say in that moment. And the way that it's been explained to me is kind of like when you have like an intrusive thought, right? Like, so, because like, let's be real here. When you see like someone of a different race or someone that's like disabled or like disfigured in some way, the first thought to come across your mind is probably one of like fear, disgust, confusion, like, whatever, right? But then being an adult is realizing it's like, hey, that's a personal bias that I have. I need to give this person an equal chance. When you do that, you realize everyone's people, yada, yada, yada. We're all the same, whatever. Everyone gets that shit. Now, if you couldn't control what your mouth says when you think of something, it would have some pretty wacky results. So just to give my take on this shit, right? This white guy probably thinks about all the time. It's like, I cannot say the N word. Like, just as a white person, it's like, I can't say the N word. That's going to have a lot of reputational damage for me, right? I'm sure every white person thinks that. But here he is, where he sees two successful black people that everyone's happy to see, right? He thinks about the fact that they're black. I mean, Sinners is a black movie, right? So he's like thinking, so in the top of his mind, he's probably like, don't say the N word, don't say the N word, don't say the N word. And here he is saying it. And also, too, if you want to get offended by that, that's fine by me. Like, I have no love for this fool, right? I don't know what's in his heart. Like, you know what I mean? He fucked up pretty bad. If that were me in that situation, I might have had a much more visceral reaction. But shit, bro. Like, this is such a crazy situation.
To celebrate the artists who expand what's possible on screen.
Visual effects can create spectacle, but the best work serves character and story.
Michael and Delroy.
I mean, they played it off well. And I'm glad that they did, because, and it sucks because, like, all this is going to distract from, like, the success that Sinners is, a success for black cinema, a success for just, like, the movies in general, like a blockbuster film having, like, some really substantive themes and stuff. And now it's just like a discourse about how black people can be called the N-word at any given time, and we just have to take it. Like,
They're cool on stage, a source telling ET.
Yo, but you can tell he's not having that shit. He's from the old school. Look at his face. He's not having that shit. Lindo Delroy. I forgot what his name was. God forbid, I made a TikTok where I forgot what his fucking name was. And they're crucifying me for it, taking away my black card and everything. He was the mentor in Malcolm X. That's the other thing I know him from.
Found the incident jarring and disappointing, but Michael was still in good spirits after the fact.
Oh, you always take it a day at a time.
You may have heard some strong and offensive language tonight.
Host Alan Cumming.
It's bad when you have to have a host come on the stage and be like, yeah, sorry about that. It's really just some South Park shit, like, really, like, and it's not funny because the N-word does harm. It's done harm to me, especially as a kid. Like, it's such an othering word. It's the ugliest word in the English language, right? But damn, this is so funny in, like, an absurdist way. Like, and ultimately no one was really injured, right? No one was really injured. Not yet. I don't know. Maybe the discourse about this will be injuring in some way. God forbid Trump weighs in on this shit, but
Addressing the incident head on.
If you've seen the film, I swear you will know that film is about the experience of a person with Tourette syndrome. Tourette syndrome.
I mean, what an ad for the movie, though. What an ad for the movie. Now, I have seen some people with some conspiracy theories about that, too. I don't believe that, obviously, but damn, son. I kind of want to watch it, because if this is the kind of shit that he be going through, I'd say, they might need to make a sequel after last night, or maybe like a straight to Netflix special, like the time the I Swear guy fucking met Michael B. Jordan. He could play himself, right?
Disability and the tics you've heard tonight are involuntary, which means the person who has Tourette syndrome has no control over their language. We apologize if you were offended.
Not the best apology, They could have went a little bit harder with that, but in the moment it was probably really hard to fucking figure out what to do.
BBC, which broadcast the ceremony, also releasing an apology.
Also, let me know if this is fucked up, right? Chat, let me know if this is fucked up. If I personally had that illness and I couldn't control myself from saying, like, really fucked up stuff, I would probably just have, like, a spit hood on, or like a COVID mask, you know what I mean? Or just something that really impeded my speech, or maybe like a mouth guard, right? Just because that's too unreliable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's too unreliable, especially like in a public event like this where like maximum embarrassment is possible. That's what I would do. He might not want to impede himself in that way. I get that too. He does have an illness at the end of the day. I get that too. But damn, son, like, what a fuck up. That's a big screw up, buddy. Like,
criticism, including from the likes of Jamie Foxx, reiterating that Davidson's...
Wait. They skipped over that a little bit too quick. Hold up. Nah, he meant that shit. Out of all the words you could have said, Tourette's makes you say that, unacceptable. And you know what? I don't necessarily agree with Jamie Foxx here, but I don't disagree with him disagreeing. Cause it's like, what the fuck? Like, why do black people always have to be the ones to fucking be the bigger people? It's like, that's so fucked up. Like we shouldn't stand for that shit, bro. Like, that's so disrespectful. That's so dehumanizing. And these are black heroes we're talking about. Like, these are like some of the best artists that Hollywood has to offer, and like, why should we have to deal with that? Like, that's so booty. Ew. Right? But I mean, I don't know, man.
Jamie Foxx, reiterating that Davidson's verbal tics are involuntary.
And of all the outfits to do this shit in, bro. You got the, oh my god, bro.
And not intentional. The BAFTAs have yet to respond beyond Cummings' on-air apology.
They should have released a statement before the event was over, if I'm being completely honest. That would have been like the reasonable thing to do by my approximation. Also, too, I don't think they're going to mention it, but apparently someone heckled out Free Palestine during the event, and they had no problem muting that. So, you know, I don't know. I guess that's worse than this.
She ain't born, then she born.